Hey guys, what is up? It is GBeasty here, and I'm bringing you a Battlefield Heroes gameplay commentary. This is on my Royal Soldier GBeasty, and I go 18-3 in this game. This is a gameplay on Riverside Rush, using the Golden Tommy's Super Typewriter, Harry's Hand Cannon, and of course the Bill's Bomb. And in this commentary today, guys, I'm going to talk to you about the metagame, or commonly known as the War Room, which is the name that Easy gave to it for Battlefield Heroes specifically. It is now out in beta phase, so only a select few members have gotten an email that says you are now accepted into the War Room, and it gives your account access to the War Room. And now the War Room is located under the game tab on the Battlefield Heroes website, and you scroll down all the way to the bottom, and then there's the War Room, and you go in. And now the War Room basically is a fight to control the continent of Europe. And so the Nationals are trying to push all the way to the very back to the Nationals are trying to push all the way to the very back to the Royal headquarters, whereas the Royals are trying to do the opposite and push all the way back to the National headquarters. And so each time you capture one of those little not a quadrant, but those little hexagons that they have set up, that brings you one step closer to the National HQ. And you get some valor points based on how many points you get in trying to capture that. And so the more points you get in trying to capture it, the more valor points you earn. And they also have 4 levels of rewards for when one team captures the headquarters of the other team, and then you essentially win the continent of Europe. And you have your iron, which is, I think, a chest and a key, and then you have bronze, which is probably 2 to 3 chests and keys. Then 6 chests and 6 keys is the silver level, which is the second best, and then the best is the gold level, where you get 10 keys and 10 crates, I believe. And this is all based on how many points you get. I'm pretty sure it's like 5,000, like 10,000 is bronze, then silver thousands, I believe 25,000, and then it's around 70 to 75,000 points before you can get to gold level. I was stuck in like the 60s, and because I thought it would be 50,000 points, because 25,000 was the one before, but it was actually 70 to 75,000, and I was just waiting for it for a while. But right now I'm at gold for my current campaign, and that will determine how much I make. So basically, what you're wanting to do in this is you're trying to win as many of these little hexagons as possible, so you can further move up your front line, or because you have to select a friendly hexagon, so a hexagon in your control, and then you have to go from that hexagon and launch in like it's an umbrella sort of shape, where you can go to like the 3 that are connecting it right around it, and you have to, and those are your options for where you are going to attack. And so if you can keep increasing your friendly territory up, you can keep attacking forward and attacking forward. But you also have to watch out, because say you're playing on the Royals, the Nationals will be counterattacking against you, and so they will be trying to push back into the territory that is your friendly territory, and they're trying to take that over so that you can not push as far into their territory, so then you don't end up getting to their headquarters. Alright, and so that is pretty much a brief description of what you want to do in the War Room. But what I've noticed from the War Room is that now servers are getting highly imbalanced, and I know I've been a culprit of doing this on occasion, because so many people are now so a favorite faction now, which is their faction that they're doing for the war room, and they will not want to switch because that would mean that they would be ruining what they have for the war room. So ruining, because unless you finish a map and you go to the end of game screen with the war room, that is the war, like that, there's an end of game screen at the end that shows you all your stats for the war room, and unless you get to that screen, then all of the war room points do not count, because I have had numerous games where I've been auto balance kicked and I don't get any of the points for the war room, which is quite frustrating. So people do not want to change teams to balance it out and lose all of the points that they have worked hard to get by fighting in the war room. Well, fighting in the game for the war room. So what you've been seeing is a lot of imbalanced servers that are dying because people will not change what faction they want to do. And hopefully, as the war room continues, people will get less concerned about this, because I think right now it's sort of like the big shock, like, oh my god, the metagame is here, because people have been talking about this for so long, and it's, oh my god, the metagame is here, and wow, we have the metagame. I want to make sure I win in my first thing with the metagame, in my first war with the metagame. So they do not want to risk losing all those points, because that could mean a loss for their team during the metagame for their faction. So people are balancing as well as they should be. But hopefully that just blows over with the initial shock, of the metagame. And now this game is coming to a wrap, but this is not the end of the commentary. This is just the end of the game, because I'm gonna show you a brief. I'll show you what the war room thing looks like that is after the game, coming up right here. And right here you have your attacking bar, which shows how far you're attacking into the enemy, little hexagon right there, and then there's the opposite, which is the defending, which is how far they're attacking into yours. Then here's the overview, where it shows the entire map, and the big ones on the end are the headquarters. Then below it you'll see that is your score, and that is what reward level you are for the overall war. And then below that is the current battle, which is the current little hexagon that you're doing, and that is how much you're doing. So I probably just started this, so that's why I have such a low one, and those are all of your stats. So thanks for watching, and like, favorite, subscribe, please.